It's the start of a brand new RegoLiga season, and we're kicking things off in style. The champions, TO Red Devils, begin their title defense away at newly promoted Villager FC, a club making its top-flight debut with heart, hunger and hometown pride. Coming up next, it's Villager versus Red Devils.
Good evening, and welcome to the brand new season of RegoLiga, only on RBC Sports. I'm Gaius Valkyrius, and we're kicking things off with a historic clash. Newly promoted Villager FC host the reigning champions, TO Red Devils, on a night that could set the tone for the entire year. Alongside me is our senior analyst, Darren Callow. Darren, RegoLiga is back. How are you feeling?
Buzzing, Gaius. Opening day is always special. But tonight, there's something more. Villager FC are making their top-flight debut, and they're doing it against a dynasty.
And for Villager, first time at this level. What's the mindset? What should fans expect?
Courage, grit, passion. They'll feel the pressure, sure, but this is the kind of moment you dream of as a club. Look for them to be compact, well-drilled, and maybe try to sneak something from set pieces. Cicero in midfield is a huge presence. He'll need the game of his life tonight.
Let's take a look at some pre-match numbers. TO Red Devils, 83 points last season, top scorers in the league. Villager FC second in second Liga, 14 clean sheets, unbeaten at home in 9. First ever meeting between these two clubs. Crowd, sold out, 20,000 expected at Villager Stadium. It's the clash of champions and challengers. A new chapter in RegoLiga begins tonight. The fans are ready, the players are ready, and we are too. Let's head over to Villager Stadium. Kickoff is just minutes away.
We are live here at the Villager Road Stadium as a newly promoted Villager FC will take on the champions of the league, TO Red Devils. As we are now in the new year of 2026 and we have our first major coverage here live on RBC Sports here for this evening. And the Villager fans and also the TO Red Devils away fans really bringing hopeful maybe success maybe going into this season maybe so for any of these two teams before kick-off. So on the way for Villager we got Jimmy Vardy up front. We also got here Thomas Partey, the two signings from Villager FC. Obviously Vardy left Leicester City during the transfer window. And now obviously signed now the Villager FC for extra striking force, and Partey obviously left on a free and he joins Villager. But as of for TO Red Devils, we've got David Julius, we also got as well Savic, Diaby as well, Mahrez in the wing as well. Very strong team that TO Red Devils have got also in their squad. But let's get straight to the coverage here right now as Villager FC will take on here against TO Red Devils. And here we go. And let's get the coverage on the way right now for the match. And next up, Mahrez there lost control of that ball there. Thrown here now for Villager FC. Throw there now to Partey. Now here's to Partey. All the way for a shot and it's gone wide. And that's now a goal kick by the way for the Red Devils. And now Christos Ambrosi will pass the ball short here now to Koulibaly. Now to Aqua. Now to Jermaine to win. And now here's to Mahrez. Really pushing through here for Red Devils here. Now to Aqua. Good pass there to Nathan Optimus, and it's gone all the way right there to Danius Aerialis right there. The goal kick for him for Villager FC. Now head up, sort of bounce in there. Now Adam Tormentum. Adam Tormentum now. Now to Party. Now all the way to Savage. Now Savage now to David Julius, and a goal right there from David Julius right there. His first goal in the game. And let's say the current holders of the RegoLiga are in front in this matchup. And what a finish. What a beautiful finish here from a great striker like Julius right there to put the ball past the goalkeeper. And now the Red Devils, of course, scored the first ever major goal of the league season as well. And the first game of the season here in January really kicked things off here, as looks like the Red Devils lead here over the Villagers here in this game. And they are newly promoted to the RegoLiga, so they've got to get a lot used to this league, of course, in terms of the big jump from the second Liga to the RegoLiga. So there's a lot of, a lot of games they've got to really, keep themselves alive throughout this season. Second Liga and third Liga is a lot different comparison to the RegoLiga, as you're probably against the biggest teams probably in the world, and also biggest teams with the biggest budget in the league as well. And now here's Diaby, now to Savic. Nice pass, he tried to, but now here's to Andres Chiaro. Now to Spat. Sparat now to Vardy. Now to Carrillo. Now to Vardy now. Has a shot. Oh, Vardy right there. The signing from Leicester City. Could have got himself a goal there, he could have done against the Red Devils here. A bit of striking force, of course. Signing Vardy from Leicester is a massive call, I've got to say, there from obviously Villager FC to try and deliver that in the market. He's only 37 years of age. Getting a little bit on his Vardy though, but at least the club obviously really wanted him to play for them, so that's why he's joined Villager FC. Cross into the box here. Header now bouncing. Clearance away here now from Tayo now. Here's to Julius. Looking for options here. For a pass now to Diaby. Diaby now to Savage. Savage now is through. Looking for a chance here now. Here's Diaby. Goes for a shot and a goal to make it 2-0. And Moussa Diaby extends the lead here. And now it's 2-0 to Tayo Red Devils. Another goal there for Tayo again. Another goal from them in the matchup is absolutely magnificent. And we know how big this game really is, of course, for Tayo to try and storm the league once again. They've done it now for the last 11, 12 times they've won this league. And they want to do it again throughout this whole season. Go rampage, of course, and beat everybody what's in front of them, of course. And a nice pass there from Diaby. Has a shot from that position. And now it's 2-0. And that also means as well that Tayo Red Devils also got the FIFA World Champions Cup game on during the week. They've got to play against, they've got to play in the Champions League first. In fact, they've got to play against Benfica for this week. And then the following week after that, they do have to play in the first match day against Auckland City in the FIFA World Champions Cup. Of all the teams around the world will play each other. And now it's a chance for Ethan. Oh my God, goal from Nathan. Nathan scored. And a goal right there from Nathan Optimus right there to score the third goal of the matchup. And now definitely here Villager are now really set themselves behind here again. Bought poorly here as Nathan Optimus scores. And now it is 3-0 to the Tayo Red Devils. What a pass there from Savage there. Great assist. And the goalkeeper couldn't do anything about that, unfortunately. So, and now it's a goal to make it 3-0 to Tayo Red Devils. What a goal before half time. They've absolutely been the better team, of course. No shadow of a doubt about that, of course. But now here's, again, pass there now to Andres Chiario. Now to Aqua. Not long left until half time. Header there, bouncing. Not long to go. Mahrez. Holds it, lost the ball now to Villager now with the ball. Here's Andres Chiaro. Now Jamie Vardy, and the whistle blows here for half time. And there you have it for the break. As the score is Villager FC 0, Tayo Red Devils 3. And we are back now for the second half, and here we go. And I've got to say that Tayo Red Devils been absolutely class in that first half. Really dominating Villager throughout the whole game. And now all the way there to Koulibaly. Now looks for options here. Pass the ball there to João Cancelo. Now Diaby. Now is Savic. Now to Nathan Optimus. Now to David. Oh, Julius there. Could have scored, but great save right there for the goalie. And now all the way there to Partey. Partey now looking for options here now. Oh, lost it back here now to Nathan Optimus here. Big mistake from Partey. And oh, what a sweaty pass there to David Julius here to score his second goal in the game for Tayo Red Devils. A captain, David Julius, scores his second goal in the matchup. Bad mistake right there from Partey. The giveaway there to Nathan Optimus. And he assisted there to Julius and scores his second goal in the match. And what a goal there. And Tayo Red Devils are running riot in the matchup. What a goal has been scored right there for him. And now it is 4-0 to Tayo in the game. And now we're back now for the second part here. In terms of conceding 4 goals now in the second half, and Villagers, their first impression in the top flight hasn't been that great so far. They've not been themselves in this game. Now Adam Tormentum has won himself a free kick. He has won himself a free kick right there on Tormentum, as the RB right there took out Tormentum or elbowed him slightly. So there's going to be a free kick here for Villager in the matchup, by the way, just to let you know. There's actually a big free kick here, popping here for Villager. Could be the best chance of the game, potentially so here. Now is Romanus. Big free kick there to Vardy. And now here's Varente. Now Varente now to Vardy. Shoots! Save right there for the goalie. And now Cancelo right there holds the ball. Now to Diaby. Not long to go left. Here's Savic. And now it's a chance here now to Partey. Now here's Fucus. Now to Caserio. Now Caserio now lost the ball now to Mahrez. And now here's Fikrus. Now again trying to pass it there to his teammate, but he couldn't know. And now looks like they want the ball back here. Tayo now, and offside's being given. Offside is being given, by the way. So yeah, it could have been 5-0 attempt potentially, but it's now going to be definitely now out there for a free kick in the game for the team. We know that for Tayo, got themselves a free kick. Substitutes been made, by the way, for Villager as well. So now we've got Didymus Aurelius will take the goal kick here now for Villager. And now here's to again, now lost it back. Now here's a free kick here. Partey wins the ball back now to Caserio. Caserio now to Vardy. Now to Verratti. Now Verratti now lost it now to Roven. Now Mahrez. And now all the way there to Caserio. Now Andres Caserio lost the ball back now to Aqua now for the Red Devils here. And now back now all the way to Vardy. And now all the way now holds it. Vardy does now to Varente. Now Michael Varente now the ball here holds it for Villager. Probably in the box maybe so, but he couldn't though. And now Scott Michaelis won the ball back here now for Tayo now. Lost it back again. Any minute now the whistle will blow. And now all the way there to Optimus, and that's going to be that for the end of the game. And what a great start to the season for Tayo Red Devils. In the first match day, the defending champions lead the game here by 4-0 against Villager at the end of the match.
Full time at Villager Stadium, and the champions are already making themselves heard. Tayo Red Devils begin their RegoLiga title defense with a convincing 4-0 win over Villager FC. And if tonight is any sign, they're not here to defend the crown. They're here to dominate. Darren Callow, your closing thoughts?
A masterclass, Gaius. From minute one, Red Devils controlled every area of the pitch, physically, tactically, mentally. They pressed hard when they needed to, slowed it down when they wanted, and never looked uncomfortable. It was a real show of strength, from a side that already looks title-ready.
For Villager FC, it's a harsh welcome to the top flight. But they're not the first side to get torn apart by the Red Devils. Do they take anything away from this?
We take experience. Painful, yes, but necessary. They saw tonight what top-level football looks like. Their structure wasn't terrible, but their decision-making and reaction speed just weren't there. The step-up is huge, and now they've felt it.
And what about David Julies, tonight's man of the match? Calm, commanding, and creative. He set the tone, didn't he?
Absolutely. Julies was the conductor, always available, always aware. His passing lanes opened up the game time and time again. The assist was brilliant, but it was his overall tempo control that impressed me. He made it all look effortless.
So the champions begin in style with a 4-0 win over Villager FC. But that's just one chapter in this opening weekend. Now, let's head around the grounds for highlights from the other 9 RegoLiga fixtures. Here's how the rest of Matchday 1 unfolded.
An unbelievable start for AFC Richmond in the matchup here as Deu Blanius scored the first goal for Richmond. And what a hit right there from Blanius right there to score the first major goal against New Forest Vikings in the matchup. And what a finish right there from him. And it went right down to the bottom corner and the keeper couldn't reach that. And now it's 1-0 to AFC Richmond. And now it looks like a great pass there from Mark Rocco right there to pass the ball there to Isaac Oddul. And then Danny Rojas passed it there to Oddul, all the way right there to Sam Asania in the box. And now AFC Richmond now lead extendedly by 2-0 in the match. And what a finish right there from him in the box, I've got to say. And Sam Asania got the last touch. And now Richmond are through by 2-0 in the game. All thanks to the assist right there from captain Obdadu right there to find Samia in the box. And now it's 2-0 to Richmond. And then a free kick in the matchup from Isaac Obdu. Again, 3 goals scored and a great, marvellous free kick from the captain as he striked that on his laces right past the goalkeeper of New Forest Vikings. And now they are leading here by 3-0 in the matchup. What an unbelievable free kick right there from him. And Carmen right there, the keeper, could not stop that one. And then a great pass there to Adam McKenzie. Cross ball into the box there to Mason Greenwood to get a consolation goal in the matchup here for New Forest Vikings. Have scored a goal back in the matchup here, the Vikings, from the young Englishman of Mason Greenwood in the match. And I've got to say that Adam McKenzie right there, from a great cross option right there to find where Greenwood could really be in the box to try and put that ball into the back of the net. And now the whistle blows here for full time as the score is AFC Richmond 3, New Forest Vikings 1 at the end of the matchup here. And a great win for Richmond to kick off the league so goodly with a 3-1 victory. A dangerous free kick for Southern Coast in the matchup as Felipe Anderson crossed the ball into the box and the ball could not go anywhere in the box and it somehow went to the feet of Luka Jovic to shoot in a very good angle to score the goal in the matchup, and he did do that. And Southern Coast are leading here 10 minutes before the end of the game as a great goal from Luka Jovic right there, the Serbian, to score that major great goal in the matchup to hopefully get themselves a very good start into the season of the RegoLiga. And I've got to say that Parantos, a very poor start for them, really ends them to lose their first game of the season, all thanks to that man, Luka Jovic, as it ends 1-0 to Southern Coasts. A perfect start for Insola FC as a great goal in the matchup as an unbelievable cross from Quintero all the way to Abu Bakar's head into the back of the net as Insola has scored the first major goal in the matchup here over Coupe Sota Terriers in the game. And what an amazing header right there from Abu Bakar to get himself the first goal in the match. As I've got to say there, on Sulla right there, was really being on their toes so far, really on their toes. And they did that in style right there. And now it is 1-0 to Insulla FC so far in the match. An unbelievable cross, of course, there from Quintero right there for Insulla FC in the matchup as all the way right there past to Nicholas Harris. And Harris right there crossed it into the box, right there to John Duran to score another goal in the matchup for Insulla FC to make it 2-0 in the match. And I've got to say that Insulla have been absolutely really, let's say, on top of Coupe Sota's Terriers' defence. And now it's 2-0 to Insulla FC. And now Quintero again. Nice pass there to Duran again. And Duran crossing into Abu Bakar. And then again just before half time, Insulla FC are absolutely cruising control in this matchup. And now Coupe Sota Terriers are now 3 goals behind in the matchup here. And Insulla FC have been absolutely fantastic. Second to none. And now great clearance away, tried to, but then all the way there again. But however, in the second half, a goal back right there from Coupe Sota as a goal there from Vincent Ambrosios scores the first goal back, of course, for the Terriers. And there you have it right there. What a goal, what a finish. And the keeper right there could not do anything about that. And now they've got a goal back in the matchup. And there you have it. And what a shot right there from him to beat past the goalie was magnificent, in fact. And then a free kick here from Insulla right there. Now Barrios here holds the ball, shoots, and then Barrios found a way to put the ball past the goalkeeper right there to make sure that Insulla FC to score 4 goals in the matchup. And what a finish, I've got to say there, from the defender Barrios. And not unlikely saw to score a goal like that, but he did though. And now Insulla FC are now 4-1 in the match. And then Daddy Ali right there, back heel there to Edward, and then back to Daddy Ali again as Edward Valentar right there, 1-2 pass to Daddy Ali, switched the pass, and then Daddy Ali finished the ball past the goalkeeper to make sure that it's now 4-2 in the matchup. Great little teamwork, I've got to say, between Daddy Ali and Venata. And now it's a goal there, of course, to make it 4-2 in the game here for Coupe Sota Terriers in the match. And what a goal. And then Jacobus right there, nice pass to Deli Ali, then all the way to Edward Venatar and scores to make it 4-3. And what a superb finish right there from him in the game. We all know it's all over now. I think that Coupe Sota will probably be behind though by 1 goal in fact, but at least they showed a little bit of fight at the end of the matchup. But the game ended at full time here in Insulla FC Stadium as it ends Insulla FC 4, Coupe Sota Terriers 3 at full time. And what a brilliant start here for Ivergo Impact in the matchup, as a nice pass all the way to Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang by Peter Farnes right there, to find a pass there to Aubameyang to score the first opener in the game. And what a finish right there from Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, the captain, as now Ivergo Impact are now 1 goal up so far straight in the game. And what a finish, I've got as I say there, from Aubameyang right there. Great work from him to put the ball past the keeper. Nice composure and a nice assist right there from Peter Farnes right there to help Aubameyang to score the first goal in the game. And then things continued, of course, here for Ivergo Impact as Luis Alberto passed the ball there to Lacazette, and then he lost the ball, but went to Aubameyang's feet, and then he hit the ball first time past the goalkeeper of Laurentis Sporting's keeper, and now it's Ivergo Impact now are leading by 2-0 in the game. And I've got to say, nice work, nice fight, and nice, obviously, drama right there from Ivergo to do so. And now it's what a world-class finish right there for Aubameyang. And now it's 2-0 in the game. And then carried on, of course, when there was another goal came in for Aubameyang. Ivergo Impact carried on continuing the real menace in their attack. As Oscar, nice pass there to Aubameyang. Then Aubameyang right there, all the way there to Lacazette. And then Lacazette right in the bottom corner. Within the first 15 minutes of the game, it's been absolutely Ivergo Impact all game in the first 15 minutes. And 15 minutes been played so far in the first game of the season. Ivergo Impact have absolutely done so well and scoring 3 major goals within the first 15 minutes in the game. That is magnificent for Ivergo, and what a goal right there from Alexandre Lacazette in the match. What a finish and what a goal, and that's an absolute superb finish right there from him in the game. And now carrying on the play, of course, as Ivergo Impact got themselves another goal in the matchup as Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang scores a hat-trick just before half-time. And I've got to say that Ivergo Impact have been absolutely magnificent, have been. And there's no complaints whatsoever. But Sporting Laurentis FC have been absolutely poor, they've been, in fact. Not having enough chances in goal, allowing Ivergo to express themselves in their first game of this season. And look at the consequences right there to give away 4 goals in the first half of the match. And the full-time whistle officially blew here live in Sporting's Arena as a hat-trick was scored by Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang as it ends Sporting Laurentis 0, Ivergo Impact 4 at full-time. A great pass there from Felipe Coutinho. The pass the ball to the striker of Erectus Christatus to score the first goal in the matchup for Inter Taloga. As what a finish right there from Christatus to score the first goal for Inter Taloga in the season so far. But great assist right there from Coutinho to make that happen. And now Greenfield Boys United are behind by 1-0 in the match. And then the Englishman of the man of Wilfred Zaha scored another goal within the first 10 minutes in the matchup as James Rodriguez, what a cross right there to Wilfred Zaha to put that ball right past the goalkeeper. And now Inter Taloga are 2-0 up to the good. And I've got to say that's an absolute perfect header right there from Zaha to do that real perfectly in terms of that diving header he created past the goalkeeper. And then, however, Greenfield Boys United got themselves a consolation goal as Andres Bellotti scored a goal back in the matchup. And now it's 2-1 in the game. A little bit of a consolation goal right there from him. And now it's 2-1 in the matchup here, live so far. And what a finish, I've got to say there from Bellotti from doing so. To get a consolation goal, sort of a comeback in the matchup, was a finish right there from him. And now Greenfield have got 1 goal back so far in the game. And unfortunately, Greenfield Boys United could not get another goal, unfortunately, so in the matchup. As the game ended here in the stadium in Taloga, as it ends Inter Taloga 2, Greenfield Boys United 1 at full time. And a real good start to the matchup here for Aldous Antlers to score the first goal in the matchup in the first 20 minutes of the match by Roberto Firmino to get himself on the score sheet, the Brazilian. And nice teamwork right there from Aldous Antlers players to create some possession against Chesmoto Blue Warriors' goalkeeper and defence to create themselves the first goal in the match. And Roberto Firmino makes it 1-0 to Aldous so far in the match. And then again, another goal scored in the matchup for Aldous as Roberto Firmino puts that ball right past the goalkeeper, right into the bottom corner. And now Aldous are 2 goals up in the match. I've got to say that great football and just say great possession right there for Aldous to do so. And what a finish, I've got to say, from Roberto Firmino. And now it is 2-0 to Aldous so far in the game. Great passing, great teamwork. And unfortunately the goalkeeper could not stop that one. And now it's 2-0 to Aldous. But however, for Chessmoto Blue Warriors, a consolation goal by Ivan Toney just before the end of the game. And what a goal right there for that British striker. He put that ball right past the goalie. And now it's 2-1. But I don't think that Chessmoto's got enough time whatsoever to try and get a draw out of this game. But they've got to say, a great control, great composure, and he found space, and he did that nice and perfectly right there. And the whistle blows at full time, by the way, as it ends Aldous Antlers 2, Chessmoto Blue Warriors 1 at the end of the match. A massive chance right there for Los Angeles Pompey to try and create some magic in the matchup, but it couldn't, unfortunately, because Soleri right there won the ball off of Gotham City's players, but that ball went wide out for a goal kick. And that's probably the best chance of the game for Los Angeles Pompey to score the opener in the match. And the whistle blows here for full time as it ends here as Gotham City FC 0, Los Angeles Pompey 0 at full time. And a great run here for Wilhoven Knights in the matchup here as Gabriel in front. A great pass there to Malcolm in the matchup down the wing. And then Malcolm right there beat past a few defenders of Red Bull Fiorentina. And then obviously Gabriel got the last touch and he hits the ball and he beats past the goalkeeper. And Wilhoven take the lead within almost near the end of the game. They could end up nicking the 3 points in the first game of the season against RB Fiorentina in the matchup as Fiorentina are behind, and Gabriel scores the first goal for Wilhoven in the matchup. And I've got to say, great football, great run, great ability of course in terms of turning over defenders, especially from Malcolm right there, to go 1-2 from Gabriel to Malcolm and then pass to Gabriel to get the finish in the matchup. And now it's Wilhoven are in front here against RB Fiorentina in the match. And a nice perfect run here for RB Fiorentina in the matchup as Hakim Ziyech. Nice pass there to Barrio Ludius, then back there to Freddy Ericus. And now to Petri, then to Ziyech. And a great pass there to Prince Charetti to score a goal back in the matchup here to make it 1 apiece in the match. As Prince Charetti scores, and now it's 1-1 against Wilhoven Knights. And Wilhoven Knights, of course, are level, and now obviously here RB Fiorentina got themselves level in the game here, as Red Bull will definitely give you wings right there. And now it's 1 apiece in this matchup near the end of the game. And the whistle here blows for the end of the matchup as it ends here as Wilhoven Knights 1, RB Fiorentina 1 at full time. A perfect pass there from Gallus Pontis right there to pass the ball all the way to Jerome Levi to score the first goal in the matchup for Tayo, as he really outmuscled the Laurentis defenders, of course, to get themselves a goal. And a great, let's say, tackle there from Gallus Pontis in the first place to win the ball back. And then he passed the ball to Jerome Levi and he found an opportunity to try and score the goal, and he did that. And now it is a goal to make it 1-0 to Tayo FC so far in the game, in the matchup. But however, things were looking good for Tayo FC as Adnan Yanazai scored to get themselves back level in the game. And now it's 1 apiece in the matchup, as what a finish right there for the Belgium to make it 1-1 in the game here in Tayo City Stadium here for this evening. And then another goal scored again here for Tayo FC as a real pass there to Galius Pontis, in fact, to score another goal in the matchup to make it 2-1. As what a strike from him. And he made a great assist against Jerome Levi in the first goal. But in this goal here, he scored it, in fact. Real proper strike from outside the box. Beat past the goalkeeper. And now Tayo FC lead the game by 2-1 here against Laurentis Grasshoppers in the game. And then Tayo FC got themselves another goal in the matchup to make it 3-1 as Nakajima, nice pass there to Ricardo Lopez to strike that ball right past the goalkeeper of Laurentis Grasshoppers, as now Tayo FC lead the game extendedly now by 3-1. And what a finish right there from him to put the ball right past the goalie. And now it is 3-1 to Tayo FC in the game. Nice pass right there from Nakajima, the Japanese midfielder. The fine assist right there for the captain Lopez to strike the ball past the keeper. And now it's 3-1 as it ends here at full time also here as Tayo FC 3, Laurentis Grasshoppers 1 at the end of the matchup here for this evening.
TO Red Devils won 4-0 to Villager FC AFC Richmond, won 3-1 to New Forest Vikings. Purantos FC lost 0-1 to Southampton Coasts. Insula FC won 4-3 to Co-op Soda Terriers. Sporting Laurentius lost 0-4 to Ivigo Impact. Inter Tolga won 2-1 to Greenfield. Boys United Aldis. Antlers won 2-1 to Sesmoda Blue. Warriors. Gotham City. Draw goalless 0-0. Los Andreas Pompey, Wilhoven. Knights drawn 1-1. Red Bull Torrentina Tayo FC 1. 3-1 to Laurentius Grasshoppers. After match day 1, Ivigo Impact topped the table with a commanding +4 goal difference, just ahead of Tayo Red Devils, who also opened with a 4-0 win. AFC Richmond and Tayo FC sit just behind on 3 points with solid wins, while Aldis Antlers, Insula FC, and Inter Tolga round out the top 7. Southampton Coasts also start strong, while Wilhoven Knights and Red Bull Torrentina share the points and settle mid-table. Down in the bottom half, Gotham City and Los Andreas Pompey take 11th and 12th after a goalless draw, earning a point each. Below them, Soda Terriers and Sesmoda Blue Warriors both suffered narrow defeats, while Purantos FC and Greenfield Boys United also start with losses. It's a tough start for New Forest Vikings, Laurentius Grasshoppers, and Sporting Laurentius, all on -2 or worse goal difference. At the very bottom, Villager FC, rooted in 20th, after that heavy 4-0 home defeat to the champions, Tayo Red Devils. Let's take a quick look at the early individual leaders after match day 1. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang leads the Golden Boot race with 3 goals, followed closely by David Julies and Robert Firmino. In goal, it's all square with 1 clean sheet each for Christos Ambrosius, Yassine Bounou, and Cole Castiles, all off to solid starts. Next week's headline clash, Ivigo Impact versus Wilhoven Knights. First place versus one of the league's toughest defenses. It's power versus resilience. And it's live on RBC Sports. We'll see you next time for more top-flight action from the world of RegoLiga. Good night from us, and good night from Regolands.